Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, happy time zones, people. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name's GD, and 7 Days to Die 2.5 has just hit stable. So late last night for me, 7 Days to Die 2.5 Survival Revival update went out on a stable branch. I've done the experimental version. I'm going to try and just run through this. There's no real differences, but there are a couple of notes that you should take on board. It says, although the build is compatible with 2.x save games, we highly recommend starting a new game for the best experience. If you continue an old save game, we recommend turning on storms as they are much improved. We did hear issues where some people experienced cleansed crafting queues in workstations, so we do heavily encourage players to clear their crafting queues before updating. Okay, so bear those in mind. If you are just going to roll with it and just throw it into a save game, make sure you clear all of your crafting queues first, and obviously turn on storms and see what you think. But basically the update, exactly the same as what it was. Improved water survival with empty jars, vehicle storage improvements and mods, the new rancher zombie and the new chuck zombie, which take over from the frost claw and the plague spitter. Brand new smell system, the distant storm rendering, updated biome hazard, storms, temperature and protective clothing, new beehive station to produce honey, new honey inspired recipes, third person camera, turret ammo improvements, quest improvements, new character window rendering, new free cosmetic skins and DLC, new trader gen model that is now in to the game, new food and water bars with stats, and new server config settings. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. I'll go through all of these, but right down the bottom, if you scroll down, it tells you, wow, here we go, here. So the new free cosmetic skins and the DLC. So there is a free original survivors pack. I'm going to put a picture on the screen of these as I'm just talking you through them. It's a free cosmetic content pack featuring the original male and female 7 Days survivors. Quick note, you will be able to browse the in-game DLC menu to redeem it once 2.5 is stable. This could happen later on some formats. Now remember, all of this is now live PC and console. There is the free holiday Santa hat, a free cosmetic Santa hat that you can find in loot during the holidays. The Jolly Raider pack, male and female pirate themed character cosmetic sets. There's the Butcher pack, male and female serial killer cosmetic sets. That sounds a bit gruesome, doesn't it? The Hell Reaver pack is a premium content pack featuring demon themed cosmetic set. And we've got the Holiday Hat pack for holiday themed character hat cosmetics. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So they're going to be the ones that you go into Steam and go and buy the DLCs. Apart from the Holy Santa hat, which you can just pick up in loot, and the Survivor pack as well, which is kind of cool. I kind of like it. Right. So I think with all of that being said, I think we can now have a little look into the actual things they're brought in. Okay. Well, while it's absolutely peeing down, we are getting wet. Now, there was... It did state... Oh no, I've just got the cans on me. So, with the wet and the temperatures and the smell, they all can kind of combine and do some really awesome things. So, lamb rations here. So we're going to get a smell distance of 25. So if I actually eat one of you, now because it's raining, I believe there is no smell when you're over a certain amount of wetness now. I like that. I actually really like that. But I believe now, though, if we go inside where it's not raining and I can quickly dry myself, if I eat now, will it give me a smell indoors because I'm not wet? It does. 5 meters. So that's a really, really good little thing that they've either brought in, or I didn't realize that the rain actually did it as well, because you can go and submerge yourself in water, but you don't need to submerge yourself now. So we're at 13, 18, 23. We're getting wet. When does it disappear? How much umbrella do I need? 5% wetness. So 5% wetness now gets rid of the smell, which I really like. That's such a cool thing. I don't know whether that was in on experimental or not, but super duper good, and happy about that. Just while I remember, actually, this is the free male DLC that you get, which is just the normal survivor pack. And I think it's pretty cool. We've got the old sunnies on, like a little leather jacket, shirt, some tattered old jeans, and some boots and some gloves and stuff. I like it. I think it's really cool. It's just going to make you look a little bit, I don't know, cooler, I suppose is the best word to use. Just wandering around the apocalypse. So, from there though, let's move on to the mini bike, or the storage for all vehicles. Now, all vehicles have an additional 1 slot per line, if that makes sense. So basically, if you come into your storage, you'll see this has like 4 lines of storage, so it's got 3 extra slots. So the bicycle only has 1 extra slot because it's only got 1 line. So, and that goes down as it is. I think is it like 5? Wait, hang on. 5 for the motorbike, 6 for the gyro. Is it like 9 maybe for the 4x4? Anyway, you get 1 extra slot per line of storage. But you can now extend that by finding a vehicle storage mod schematic just in the world. You can find that, read that, and then you will need a workbench to make the actual storage mod. But then you open it up, you make it, you pop it in, and then look at this. Look, we get little, what are they called? They're not side saddles. I can't think what they're called now. Do me a comment in the comment section. What are they called on a bike? But how cool is that? That is super cool. If we come into storage, we've got a whole extra line. You can put up to 2 mods per vehicle, so you can get an extra 2 lines of storage. It's so cool. It's so cool. Right, I'm just going to use that. And then we're going to come in. Dude, you stay away from me. Stay away from me. If we come into here and go into storage here. So you're going to need the workbench, and you're going to need 10 forged iron, 20 scrap polymers, 10 leather, and 8 mechanical parts to do so. But as soon as you found the schematic, there you go. You can go and make yourself some extra storage for the bike. I love that. That's so cool. Right, so the eagerly awaited glass jars are back. Find yourself a water source once you've got some glass jars. Walk up, right click, and boom. There you go. You get some lovely murky water. They stack in stacks of 10. And as you saw, when you go to refill, it does take a little time to actually refill the jar. I like that. It used to just be dunk, up, done. That's how it used to be. But it's not quite like that anymore. So once you've got your 10 glass jars of murky water, I'm just going to have to grab myself a little bit of coal, I think. I don't really need too much, if I'm being honest. That should do me. Pop some coal into there. And make sure your murky waters are up on there. Boom, water, 10, cook it. You're going to need the cooking pot to do so, obviously, like you would normally with murky water anyway. And yeah, and then you just wait for it to go. Then you get your murky water back. Or then you get your water from your murky water, sorry. Now, they've put it into the game where glass jars can break, I suppose. So they've give you a percentage now. It goes from like 0% to 5, then 10, 20, 30, all the way up to 100. So mine is set at 70%. So 70% of the time I will get my glass jar back. There is always that chance that it will break, and I feel like that's a good medium to kind of have that at. I feel like it's a good level, because you're doing this, you're putting your jars into boiling water. They're gonna get brittle. So I feel like sometimes they should break, but I like that the Fun Pimps have give us the option in the settings to change it to how we want it. If you want all of your glass jars back, stick it to 100% and you will get every single glass jar back. I like that. I feel like that's a really good change. I feel like it brings in another element of survival to it now as well. I kind of feel like the dew collectors are going to be redundant now. I feel like they're not even going to be, they're probably not going to be used, but they might. They bring in heat for screamers and stuff. So I don't know. Actually, let me just double check. Are they actually still in game? I haven't even checked. They are still in game. So I don't know. I don't know whether people will use these or not. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Dew collector or glass jars? I mean, I've played like 3 to 4 days of this now. Glass jars, they're not an issue to come across, put it that way. Next up, we have the Apiary. It's a beehive, that's what it is. And you will require some tools to put in it. The honey extractor, the brood box, and the smoker. So the honey extractor will increase the rate of honey production when installed. The brood box will doubles the quantity of honey production when installed. And the smoker removes the chance to spawn angry bees when installed. That is a must, if I'm honest. But the apiary, the beehive, unlocks, is it level, level 30? I believe. Let me just find this out exactly. Hang on. So the actual beehive, apiary, I cannot say that word, unlocks at level 30. And then you've got the brood box and the honey extractor unlocks at level 40, and the smoker doesn't unlock until level 56. So good luck. Good luck with that. That unlocks on the same level as the Crucible. So that's fun. While we're talking about the Crucible, if you would like to make some glass jars, you will need a forge, and you will need the Crucible to do so. And there you can see it. You will need a Crucible. I think I like it. You find enough glass jars in the world for it not to really be a problem. But I think I like how they've made making them kind of towards end game, so you can't just go in and just go, do you know what? It's just clay and sand. That's all I need to make a glass jar. Those two resources are relatively easy to come by. So I kind of like how they've made it so you need that Crucible. It gives you something to aim at. But as I said, you can pick up glass jars throughout the world really easily. And if you set it so you don't lose your glass jars when you drink, if you find 10, you're always going to have 10 glass jars on you at all times. So I think that's a good change. I like it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about needing a Crucible to make glass jars. Tangent aside, I just had to remember that. Back to the apiary. Beehive. What you basically need is you will need some form of flower. So the goldenrod, the chrysanthemum, or the cotton. As long as you have more than a stack of 10, then you can put that into your apiary, and it will start producing honey. It won't for me because I have the time set to 0. Hold the line, please. There we go. So that will now start producing honey. Now, once you've got some honey in there, it works exactly the same as a dew collector. So that droplet will turn into a jar that you can pull out. There are some new honey recipes. So we have honey tea. Let me just come out of that just so I don't accidentally do something. We have honey tea. You get food, you get water, and you get to cure dysentery, and you get to cure infection as well at 5%. Same as it is for the actual honey itself. But with this one, you actually get a little bit of food and a little bit of water. Stamina regen as well. So that's your honey tea. Then we've got the honey glazed sham. 98 food, 49 health. You get a stamina bonus, cure infection of 5%. That's just going to be because you put honey in, I'm presuming. But you get a smell distance of 50. And then we get the honey brisket, 141 food, 70 health, 40 stamina bonus, 5% cure infection, and a smell distance of 100. That's a lot of flatulence that's coming out from a little bit of a honey brisket. But let's have a quick look and see what we need to make these things. If we just put in honey. So the honey brisket, we're going to need 3 meat, 1 cornmeal, 1 mushroom, 1 animal fat, and 1 jar of honey. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all, actually, considering how much that gives you. Unlocks at level 80, though. So there's that. Now there's the glazed sham, unlocks at level 59. 1 can of sham, 4 ears of corn, 1 potato, 1 animal fat, and 1 jar of honey. Again, not a bad recipe at all. And the honey tea unlocks at level 14. Goldenrod flour, 1 honey, 1 water. Pretty damn simple, right? I like that. they're all good. They give you health and they cure some of your infection as well. I don't know if I'll use any of them for my infection. We'll probably have to wait and see. But there they are. There's the new recipes that all go with the beehive. Next up, we have the turrets. Now, I haven't used turrets hardly at all in game. I never really feel like I need to. So please drop me a comment and correct me if I am wrong with this. But I believe you could only ever put normal ammo into here. And if you could put the others in, you certainly couldn't stack them so you could have one of each. So the normal ammo, the high power, and the armor piercing as well. So I believe that is the change. I am just going to go quickly double check to see what it says in the patch notes. So yes, in the patch notes it says universal ammo compatibility. Turrets now accept all ammunition tiers, giving you more flexibility in managing your defensive resources. Use standard ammo for regular threats and save your premium ammunition for horde nights. There's also entity piercing. Advanced entity piercing mechanics for high tier ammunition are currently work in progress and will be refined in upcoming updates. And ammo type benefits. Different ammunition types now provide distinct advantages. Armor piercing rounds for tougher enemies, hollow points for standard zombies, and more. So that is all of the turret ammo stuff. I thought I was right, but I had to quickly double check because I thought it's probably there written in black and white. Why get other people to tell you you're wrong when you can tell yourself? There we go. I think I covered everything else in the experimental update that I did. I will link that in the description below if you want to go and check that out for the other things like the new zombies and stuff like that. I just wanted to cover some of the things that I kind of overlooked while I was doing the experimental one. So I think I've covered that. As I said, the other one will be in the link linked in the description below, so go and check that out. But yes, let me know in the comment section, how are you feeling? How do you feel about the 2.5 update? Available now across all platforms. We have the DLC, we have the free DLC stuff as well. The beehive, the glass jars, the new storage mods, the turret stuff, all of it. Let me know in that comment section. While you're down there writing that comment, drop a like, hit that subscribe button as well. All three of those things that you can do are free, and they really help out the channel. They help it to grow and expand. So if you could do those things for me, you will always, forever, I will be grateful to you. So please drop that like, drop that comment, hit that subscribe button, but more importantly, look out yourselves, take care of each other. I'll see you in the next one.